I just reached the ripe age of 44 years old, and here are the 44 cheat codes that I know at 44 that I wish I knew at 24. Starting with number 1, use your workouts to gain muscle, use your diet to burn fat, and use your cardio to improve lung capacity and heart health. You want to combine all 3 in order to improve your health and also your longevity. Number 2, eat a high-protein, nutrient-dense diet for the best body composition. When it comes to protein, you want to be aiming for 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to optimize for muscle building. Number 3, when you are lifting a weight, use what is called the mind-to-muscle connection. This is literally thinking about the muscle while you are lifting it, and this will cause you to contract the muscle at an even greater rate, and it will turn the workout into a more effective one by simply concentrating on the muscles you want to use. Number 4, upon waking, drink water before coffee. You have went anywhere between 6 to 8 hours without any liquids in your body during sleep, and you want to make sure that you're hydrated before putting coffee into your system. Number 5, if you're caffeine sensitive like I am, try to extend your first coffee probably around 2 hours after you wake, if not longer than that. And then what happens as a result is that you are able to extend the energetic benefits that you get from caffeine and also avoid the usual afternoon crash that happens when you drink coffee first thing in the morning. Aim to keep most of your breathing through your nose. We call this nasal breathing, and what it does is it increases nitric oxide. It also filters all the allergens that are going in through your nose from the air, and also it creates a healthy bacteria or healthy microbiota inside of your mouth. 7, being a mouth breather is one of the worst things that we can do to our health. Mouth breathing disrupts your sleep, it causes bad oral health, and can also cause sleep apnea. Now, I used to be a mouth breather myself, and one of the things that has helped me was taping my mouth, so I forced myself to breathe through my nose. Now, if you have nasal constrictions, this could be a dangerous thing. I would avoid it, but I did a video on this, and you can access it right over here. Number 8, walking is one of the most underrated exercises on the planet. Anytime you're faced up against a problem in life, or you're not feeling creative, or you need to stimulate your brain for new ideas, go for a walk without your phone. Walking stimulates brain-derived neurotropic factor. It stimulates new neurons. It increases blood flow to the brain. It also decreases stress. It is one of the most important exercises to do. And anytime you feel in doubt, just go for a walk. Number 9, when you're doing number 2, get a squatty potty for yourself, because this puts your feet in a position where it's just going to be easier for you to be able to do your business. It puts you in an anatomical position that makes it optimized for, let's just say, doing number 2. Number 10, when you are about to flush your toilet, make sure that you close the toilet seat first, because what you don't realize is that when you flush, there are some particles that just sprout up in the atmosphere, and you want to make sure that they don't go into your bathroom as a result of flushing. Number 11, use the 3-2-1 method to go to sleep. So 3 hours before you go to sleep, make sure that you're not taking any foods. 2 hours before you go to sleep, make sure that you are not taking any liquids so you prevent yourself from going to pee at nighttime. And 1 hour before bed, make sure that you are staying away from all types of screens that emit a blue light. Do this every single night, and you're going to find that you will be able to fall asleep faster and also be able to stay asleep too. Now, if you do look at any screens before you go to bed, make sure that you get yourself a pair of blue light blockers. This is going to make sure that you block out any blue light that's emitting from the screens. And then this is also going to make sure that you start to entrain your circadian rhythms. And this is also going to allow you to fall asleep faster. Number 13, when the sun starts to go down, start to dim the lights inside of your house. You want to limit the amount of light exposure that you have at night, because again, this is going to entrain your circadian rhythms and also prepare your body for a great night of sleep ahead. Number 14, an hour before you go to sleep, take a hot shower or a hot bath. What this is going to do is it's going to signal to your body to cool down. And then once your body is cooled down, that becomes a great way to fall asleep faster. 15, read nonfiction books in the day and read fiction books or biographies at night. And then this helps you and train your mind to just turn it off before you go to sleep. Number 16, make sure that you go to sleep and you wake up at the same times every single day. This puts your circadian rhythms on an automated schedule. And also, when you wake up, you want to get the sun on your body upon waking in order to turn on your circadian rhythms. Number 17, when you're peeling a boiled egg, put it on a flat surface and roll it around a little bit. This is going to create cracks inside of the skin, and also it's going to allow you to peel the egg a little bit more easily than if you just did it without doing that. Number 18, the more that you judge other people, the more that you're going to be criticizing yourself. If you want to judge yourself less, then make sure that you're judging others less. Number 19, stay away from people who always complain. These people are largely energy vampires, and most times when you hang with them, you are going to feel drained of energy. Number 20, stay away from people who gossip because most likely they are gossiping about you as well. 21, one of the greatest ways to learn discipline, to decrease stress, and to gain confidence is to learn a martial art. That could be something in the form of grappling, where it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or wrestling, or it could be something in the form of an actual combat sport like kickboxing. What you want to do is you just want to make sure that you do it in a safe way, which means do it in a way that will optimize for learning the skill rather than trying to hurt yourself. Number 22, seek rejection and failure almost on a daily basis. This is a form of exposure therapy, and it teaches you that rejection and failure really aren't that big in the long run. And also, what you're also doing is you are failing as fast as possible, and that is going to lead to a lot of lessons and a lot of progress. Number 23, take complete ownership over every single result in your life. It may not be your fault.
It's not your fault.
But it is your responsibility, and also the number one consistent thing in every single one of your problems is you. Number 24, when someone is walking in your path, glance at their shoulder, and 90% of the time they will shift themselves to the other side, allowing you to walk in a straight line. Number 25, aim to be in rooms where you are the dumbest person in the room. And also, when you go into gyms, aim to be in gyms where you are one of the least fit people. While most people would consider that to be intimidating, what it's also going to do is it's going to put you in rooms where people are just better at you in the things that you want to get better at. And I can think of no other better way than to be in those rooms where you can just siphon the energy and also the knowledge from all of those people. Number 26, when you feel an emotion, avoid trying to numb it with food, alcohol, or drugs. What that's going to do is it's just going to numb the emotion at the time, but it's going to bring back the emotion even stronger. The trick is to allow yourself to fully feel the emotion when it's happening. And then once it has run its course, that is when you go and do the healing around the emotion itself. Number 27, you can tell a lot about a person's character by the way they treat service staff and people who generally can't do anything for them. Number 28, money and alcohol already amplify who a person is at their core. And whenever they show their true colors,
so say good night to the bad guy. Go on.
Trust what they are showing you. 29, do not trust what people say, trust what they do. People can talk a very big game, but it is in their actions where they show their true character. Number 30, for a few months a year, go completely monk mode. You want to avoid all distractions. You want to be focused in on one particular goal and putting all of your energy into making it happen. I did a video on this not so long ago, and you can check it out over here. Number 31, the person that you choose to partner with in life, if you so choose to partner with, they are going to determine your level of peace and happiness and also fulfillment. So you want to make sure that you make the right choice. Number 32, take a walk in a forest. Preferably you want to do this every single day. It's called forest bathing, and the Japanese actually do this in order to decrease stress, in order to increase productivity and creativity, and also to improve their sleep quality. 33, remind yourself that you are never going to be as young as you are right now. So if there's something that you're putting off because you feel that you're too old, just go out and do it.
We're not too old for this shit. We're not too old for this shit.
What you'll find is that you're probably using your age as an excuse to not do the things that you were meant to do. Number 34, you will make your best decisions from a position of stillness. And one of the best ways to gain stillness is either doing meditation or taking a walk. Number 35, get a waterproof notepad and a pencil inside of your shower. Some of your best ideas come inside of the shower when you're not really thinking of anything, so you want to have something to write it down with when you get those brilliant ideas. Number 36, here's my formula for success that I've used to get my body in shape, to build successful businesses, to grow my social media following to millions of followers, and it's very simple. Number 1 is you show up. You just make sure that you show up every single day. Number 2 is you do the work when you show up, because there's no point to showing up if you don't do the work. And number 3, probably one of the most important, is always look for ways to improve. Always look for ways to do things in a better way or to grow in a better way. And when you do these 3 things, you are almost guaranteed success in any venture you choose. Number 37, trust people who say that they don't know about things more so than people who pose like they have all the answers. Number 38, seek feedback from people who are in a position that you want to be at, and try to avoid getting feedback from people who aren't even in the arena in the first place. Experience matters, especially when it comes to achievement. Number 39, if you have kids, make sure that when you're playing with them that your phone is in a completely separate room or a completely separate floor. The phone is the biggest impediment to having presence with your children, and the farther that you are away from it, the better you're going to be with them. Number 40, instead of trying to give your kids the things that you never had, try to teach them the things that you never knew. What your kids need most is your presence and your wisdom more than presence. Number 41, your perception will always be your reality. You can take 2 different people and give them the exact same situation, and they will see it in a completely different way. And the whole trick to using your perception is to use it to your advantage. Train yourself and train your mind to think that everything is happening in your favor. Even when there is a crisis, there is always an opportunity if you can see things the right way. Number 42, true wealth comes from being physically and financially healthy, and also cultivating a house full of love. Number 43, understand that success is subjective. What you deem success is not necessarily what others deem success. The trick is that you have to determine what success means to you and not take anyone else's perceived concept of success, because if you do, you might be climbing up the wrong ladder. Number 44, it's never too late to change. This reminds me of a 93-year-old world champion rower. His name is Richard Morgan. And for his entire life, he was completely sedentary. He didn't do any exercise. He never even picked up a weight. But at the age of 72, at the encouragement of his son, he started to take up rowing and started to really just focus in on taking care of his health and body. Since then, he has won 4 world rowing championships for his age, and also scientists did a study on his body and they found that he had fitness levels that were better than the average 40-year-old. As for myself, I thought that selling that business after 11 years of running it was way too late to start over again. And even as you're watching this YouTube video, I'm 44 years old right now, but the change is that I don't think it's too late. I feel like I'm just getting started. And the truth is, my perception will always equal my reality. Alright guys, that was fun. Leave a comment below and let me know which one hit the hardest for you, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.